You pull up to your house, turn off the engine, and then you just sit there. The front door is maybe 20 feet away, but staring at it feels like looking at the start of another marathon you do not have the energy to run. While you're sitting in the dark, millions of other people are doing the exact same thing. Across the globe, search engines are lighting up with variations of the exact same plea. What do I do when I am too exhausted? As of April 2026, we are witnessing a collective baseline of deep, chronic depletion. This particular kind of exhaustion bypasses the muscles entirely, settling instead into a heavy psychological weight that resets every single morning. On the outside, everything looks entirely normal. You wake up, go to work, eat your meals, and chat with coworkers. But underneath, you rely on frantic micro-coping mechanisms, like locking yourself in the office bathroom just to breathe, or staring blankly at your phone for an hour to drown out your own thoughts. Millions of highly responsible people are living objectively secure, stable lives. They fulfill every responsibility on their plate, meet every social expectation, yet they're waking up completely drained of energy before the day even begins. The World Health Organization originally defined burnout strictly as a workplace phenomenon, exhaustion contained to the hours at your desk. But that definition misses reality. Today, stress breaches the office walls, bleed into our homes, relationships, and internal monologues. The modern day has lost its structural endpoint. Leaving the workplace no longer triggers a transition into rest. Instead, clocking out is just a signal to pivot toward a different set of demands. You transition immediately into the invisible second shift. Especially for the default parent, the mental load is continuous. Planning tomorrow's dinner, checking the school portal, helping with math homework, doing the laundry, and tracking every tiny logistical detail that keeps a household functioning. Managing a corporate job is often easier. At work, you have clear processes, logical workflows, and predictable systems to fall back on. At home, you are managing raw, highly emotional chaos without a roadmap, making domestic responsibilities incredibly taxing on the brain. We are drained because the finish line is a complete illusion. Every night, we are running a marathon where the organizers simply forgot to paint a stopping point on the ground. Add to that the trap of constant digital access. When your phone is always in your pocket, you are expected to possess instant reflexes. A buzz means a message, an email, a sudden request, demanding a response whether you are eating dinner or trying to fall asleep. Then comes the double pressure of the digital gallery. While you try to steal 10 minutes of rest, you scroll past peers buying houses, running side hustles, or mastering a new language. Suddenly, sitting still feels like a personal failure. That same optimization pressure trickles right down to our kids. Before they even have a chance to figure out who they are crushed under the weight of test scores and peer comparisons, terrified of falling behind in a race they never signed up for. This chart shows how pressure plays out. The red line for career advancement takes a sharp plunge, while queries for low-pressure jobs skyrocket. People are desperate for professional environments stripped of drama, heavy expectations, and complex human interactions. What we are watching is a collective defensive retreat. The ambition to conquer the world is fading, replaced by a simple, overriding desire to just be left alone, in a system that refuses to let us disconnect. Here is the brutal trap of the default life. You cannot actually hit the pause button. You might be entirely burnt out, but the rent is still due, the grocery bill needs paying, and the kids still have to go to school. The wellness industry loves to sell the concept of healing through expensive nature retreats or intensive therapy sessions. But for someone locked into the daily grind, those options are financially out of reach and practically impossible to schedule. So we need to stop trying to cure the exhaustion. If you cannot stop the machine, your only option is to change how you carry the weight. And that starts by intentionally choosing to do less. You have to drop the exhausting pursuit of constant self-improvement. Let go of the guilt. Stop holding your messy, behind-the-scenes reality up against the curated highlight reels you see on social media. Instead, you need a mental anchor. You have to carve out small, completely unproductive, unapologetic escapes. Maybe building a plastic model, playing a video game, staring at the ceiling, or going to sleep early. In a world demanding total availability and constant perfection, simply taking a breath is a powerful act. Admit you are tired. Surviving the day is a legitimate victory.